The first is the Rohingya crisis in Myanmar and Bangladesh. In 2017, violence directed by Myanmar's army led to the flight of 700,000 Rohingya Muslims from Myanmar to Bangladesh. There are now just under 1 million Rohingya Muslims living in Bangladesh. Dhaka would like to see those refugees return to Myanmar soon. Myanmar would like to give the international community the impression that it's willing to welcome those Rohingya refugees back. But the reality on the ground is that Myanmar is taking actions to make life unlivable for Rohingya who are still in Rakhine State. And there is an active conflict going on between Myanmar's military and a third armed group, the Arakan Army, which is comprised mostly of ethnic Rakhine Buddhists, ongoing in Rakhine State. So returns are unlikely anytime soon. Nevertheless, Myanmar would like ASEAN to endorse its willingness to accept returnees, to give it a patina of international legitimacy. The second big issue up for discussion at the summit will be the South China Sea, and this is a perennial issue at ASEAN summits. But there is currently negotiations ongoing over a code of conduct between ASEAN countries and China. This is actually a document that's been under discussion since 2002, but there's been renewed impetus to come to an agreement over the last year or so. Even if ASEAN countries and China are able to come to an agreement on a code of conduct by 2021, which is the goal that they've set for themselves, it's unlikely to be a very strong agreement. And we know that from China's unwillingness to abide by the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea, it's not terribly likely to abide by this document either. The third issue up for discussion at this year's summit is Indonesia's proposal for an Indo-Pacific vision or Indo-Pacific framework. Indonesia, particularly its Foreign Minister Retno Marsudi, hopes that if the proposal can receive the approval of the other countries in the bloc, this can form a platform for ASEAN cohesion as it faces great power tensions between China and the United States. But the truth is there's not a lot of substance to this proposal, so even if it does receive the endorsement of other ASEAN countries, it's unlikely to make much of a difference in terms of the great power competition that we're seeing between Donald Trump's administration in the United States and Xi Jinping's China.